We shall now go on to our next speaker, Dr. Nikhil Nasa, a dynamic surgeon who established eyesight, eye care and surgery at two places in his very young practice, and a very capable refractive surgeon with a learning curve for us. On to you, Dr. Nikhil.
Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, thank you for having me part of this, and thank you to ARC team also. It's an honor to be speaking with all the people I really look up to. So if we can share the screen, it's from your end.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm talking about management of Rexis in a difficult case. This is a diabetic patient who has a mature cataract, and I'm struggling at the very first step. I'm not able to complete this Rexis at all. I've stained it with trypan blue, and going with the Rexis forceps, I realized that it's kind of adherent at one end. I don't want to pull it and create some problems for myself. I've already made it pretty small. So I keep injecting visco and I'm kind of tugging to see just millimeter by millimeter, but it's not helping me in any manner. So I want no inadvertent complication to happen. I am again injecting a lot more visco in, and I realized let's look at another way of getting to this. So I made that entry there, and I'm trying to kind of make a small nick so I can refashion the entire axis. So I'm not very good with my left hand with those instruments, but I'm trying. It's a little struggle for me. And there's one more incision that I've created there. And again, filling it up with a little more visco to flatten it so that there's a good amount of pressure on the capsule. And there I'm going in with the left hand now and trying to refashion this whole Rexis. So I am able to pull out some of it, and I'm going super slow because I don't want it ripping apart out of control and getting out of hand completely. I'm going on injecting more and more visco so that it's flattened completely and there's a good uh, uh, with the shearing force. Now I'm trying to pull it, and it is still very difficult. There's a struggle. So what I want to highlight here is that go very, 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 very slow. If you think there's something wrong, don't just rush into it. It's better to go ekdam aram se, because this will decide the fate of the next steps in the surgery. If the rexis is bad, then I may not be able to proceed only. So it's a repeat on and on, visco, and again struggle a little more, visco and struggle a little more till finally I'm almost done here, but I'm not able to pull that totally out. So it's still not freed completely. It's kind of very adherent there. And I'm very tempted to just tug it out, but then that'll change the whole shape of the axis. So that's it. I'm trying to get some control on this, but it's little difficult. So one last attempt, and then I'm separating it with this micro scissor here and getting it out easily rather than tugging and pulling and causing any dialysis in the zonules or other. The rest of the surgery is simpler, but had I forced or pulled that rexis too much, I think I would have landed up in a different situation. So that's why.
Thank you, Dr. Nikhil. That was a very wonderful way of how you are taught all of us that it is so important to get a nice round rexis before you carry on with your phaco, because the whole surgical process becomes challenging. But actually, this kind of problem could occur in a fibrotic cataract wherein you are not able to get your rexis done, or if there's a capsular plaque which is there, or sometimes if it's also subluxation, mild subluxation is there, because of which you're not able to get your rexis done. So having said that all, besides taking care that you try to approach it from different ways, we need to actually be very conscious about our phaco parameters as we go on with the surgery, because there is a weak link there. So we need to do a very careful phaco surgery. We should also treat this as a probably a running away rexis, and keep an eye whether the flap is getting everted or inverted, which would tell us how confidently you could carry on with the case. Or if it is an inverted flap, you might have to even convert it to an SICS instead of carrying on with your phaco. I think these are thoughts which comes to mind when we are doing a rexis and have a weak point. Any point to add to what I've already put, or shall we go on to our next speaker, or anything panel has to add?
I think, can I just make a point, ma'am?
Yes.
Dr. Vasavda, I think he has published on this calling corticocapsular adhesion. I think this was one place where there might be a case of corticocapsular adhesion because it was very far away from the pupillary margin. So I don't think any zonules were tugging onto the rhexis, preventing it to be carried forward. But maybe that spot had minimal amount of corticocapsular adhesion. That's why the capsule was not being able to be ripped from there.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much, Dr. Nikhil. That was a wonderful
Thank you, ma'am.
presentation.